Coming off a championship, we knew that every team would love to knock us off. So we had a lot of obstacles, we had a lot of adversity we knew we was gonna go through, and we had to go through all of it.
You gotta dig deeper right now and trust each other right now.
Just think about everything that happened. Think about where we've come as a group, what we had to go through, and what we accomplished together.
This is everything that we worked for all season long.
Allen, a three from the corner. It's good! Allen from downtown!
We understand that we're a part of history. For us, it's about doing what we came together to do.
Nothing's difficult. Everything's challenge. Through adversity. Last minute. Last second. We fight. We fight. We fight. We fight. We fight. We fight. Let's go!
After making good on a promise to deliver a championship to the fans of South Florida in 2012, the Miami Heat's quest to repeat would begin in one of the most unlikely venues imaginable.
We're in China. That's where we're at. In Beijing, baby!
The most beneficial thing is taking a trip like this as a team.
All right.
Halfway across the world, experiencing a new culture, spending so much time around each other, away from the basketball court.
It's all about bonding, it's all about continuity on and off the floor.
Experiencing new things together, sightseeing together.
Felt like the ultimate
Stairmaster.
Man, we did all that.
It's a couple miles up.
That's amazing.
That helps team bonding and building.
1, 2, 3.
I think some of these experiences we'll remember for the rest of our lives.
But these tall tourists were also intent on preparing for the long grind of the upcoming season.
Today, pull the pads up, mouth guards in, braces on, and we're going to work. We're getting after it today.
Compete, guys, compete! Come on, get after it, White. Turn and go, turn and go! Go back, get back, get back! First pass, take it.
We're the defending champions, and you got to keep that same focus and that same energy every night to go out there and try to win. When everyone is coming after you.
Show your speed, bust out! Good, rebound and go, bust out of there! Bust out! Save it! Go ahead, save it, Red! Save it, Red!
We know the challenge will be big. I know our guys are competitors, they're looking forward to it. And we have about 8 months, 82 games to prepare the best that we can for the competition. This is a very ultra competitive group, okay? The bunch of warriors. Now, that isn't just going to be enough. You've got to be able to compete with a physical disposition, but you got to be able to do it with some thought. Let's continue to get better, okay? Let's bring it in, guys.
Together.
After winning it all, there is one last chance to revel in what's been accomplished. Ring night.
We have a celebration tonight. Congratulations to the NBA champion Miami Heat.
And at the conclusion of the ceremonies, attention was suddenly shifted to the challenge ahead, defending their title.
We were thrilled we won the championship last year, but we knew that to do it again would take a much better, a much more concentrated effort. Because every single night, we got everybody's best shot. And that was apparent early in the season.
An unlikely victory for Washington, knocking off the defending NBA champions.
Miami struggling tonight. There you go. And the Celtics winning double overtime.
And that'll do it. A 20-point win by the Knicks.
The Pacers making a bit of a statement tonight. The final score once again 102-89. LeBron didn't have enough tonight.
The Heat were still struggling to regain their championship form when they arrived in Toronto for a Super Bowl Sunday matinee.
We played a back-to-back in Toronto on Super Bowl day, so we knew we had to fly home and we weren't going to be able to watch the game. So we were in a situation of what are we going to do? It's just so un-American not to be able to watch the Super Bowl.
But the organization made a last-minute change to the itinerary.
The team surprised us and allowed us to stay over and watch the game. And we had a huge sports bar.
It was all kind of food. Everyone was there laughing, joking, just enjoying one another.
We just laid back and we had a great time, and we bonded.
It was the most unique team bonding experience I've ever been a part of.
And once we got back on the bus, Shane got up and said a speech in front of the whole team. And the famous words that came out of that speech was, touch the people. He kept saying, touch the people.
Touch the people.
Touch the people.
That fellowship, that brotherhood is something that you can never replace. So I think that set it off for us.
Fortified by their bonds with one another, the Heat grew stronger and took it to another level. Inspired by LeBron James.
James, crossover, lay it up and in. And back-to-back games, a 30 or better for LeBron.
Best shooting night of your career. You've never had a night where you only missed one shot. Pretty awesome. What locked you in?
For me as a leader, I'd always be ready. I cannot ever have a night off.
He is today's greatest player, and he shows it every day, every night.
LeBron was on a scoring rampage and doing it with unparalleled precision.
32 points, hitting on 11 of 18.
It has been an amazing display by the MVP, LeBron James.
Most people thought that last year would be the pinnacle of what LeBron James could do. But he came back an even better player, a more driven player this year.
James spinning against Nash. He has just been on an unbelievable tear. He's now 44 for his last 60 shots from the field.
LeBron drives in and scores. That was pretty.
Wow. James would become the first player in league history to score more than 30 points while shooting better than 60% from the field in 6 straight games.
He really was at a level that I've rarely see a basketball player get at.
James to the step back. He now has 39 points. Miami 7 straight wins.
The record-setting run placed James at the center of attention, but he was not doing it alone. His on-court rapport with Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade had the Heat in a groove.
Bad pass stolen by Bosh. Knicks with their second turnover. Alley-oop to James.
And when we mesh it on the floor all at the same time, it's like poetry in motion.
Now that's one thing that's been there since day one for Miami when the big three got together.
10 straight wins overall.
Miami was on a roll. And as the victories continued to pile up, it had become apparent that one of the strengths of this squad was its deep and talented roster that made up the supporting cast.
We have 3 great guys that pretty much lead us, and everybody else has to kind of fill in the blanks. We have so much depth, so on different nights we're going to have different guys that are going to be called upon to step up.
Udonis does it. Oh boy. 11 in a row for the Heat.
Having guys like LeBron, D-Wade, and CB really don't get the opportunity to do too much with the ball. I just pick and choose my moments. I just try to be that extra guy to help the team out.
Chalmers flicks it up and in. Miami will tie a franchise high with 14 consecutive victories.
That's why it's called a team game. As a role player on this team, you have to always stay ready because you never know which night you're going to have to step up in the big moment.
Norris goal delivers.
We had 15 guys all in. All these guys wanted to do was win, and it was by any means necessary.
It's 18 in a row, Heat fans. The winning does not stop.
Nobody really talks about him a lot. But without these guys, we wouldn't be able to accomplish what we accomplished.
Last season, Shane Battier was welcomed aboard to provide the intangibles that contribute to a team's success.
There's 30 teams in the NBA. 30 teams will want a Shane Battier on their team, I can tell you that.
Shane is the ultimate competitor. He is only about winning, and he'll do whatever it takes.
Shane Battier just does things to help you win games.
This season, more eclectic pieces were added to the mix, like the Birdman, Chris Anderson.
Birdman, he brought us a big with toughness and energy.
Nice
pass. My Birdman Anderson, baby.
The Heat are going to go to 19 wins in a row.
And perhaps the biggest acquisition of free agency was a respected former foe and one of the most feared shooters of all time, Ray Allen.
His resume speaks for itself. future Hall of Famer. He already has been on a championship team. He knows what it takes, but he also is willing to sacrifice to be a part of this.
How many times has that man done that in his career? It's great now that he's doing it in a Heat uniform.
The winning streak survives the Philadelphia 76ers. 20 wins in a row for Miami.
As the opposition continued to fall, the fascination with the string of W's began to rise.
As the games started to mount up more and more, the games started to become more playoff games, and teams want to break your streak.
They have won their 22nd consecutive game. They are tied with the 07-08 Rockets for the second best winning streak in NBA history.
People mention it though now and then, they're like, keep the streak up, keep it going, you know, things like that. It's great to be a part of it. You know, it's great to win. You know, everyone wants to win.
By mid-March, 6 weeks had passed since anyone had beaten the Miami Heat. The 22 consecutive victories had come at the expense of 18 different opponents. And now the league's all-time record 33-game streak, set by the 72 Lakers, was within sight.
It's given us pressure, and you know, every game is big now. Everybody wants to end that streak, you know, and we want to win every game.
Heading to Boston to take on the Celtics, there was a sense that the streak might be in some jeopardy, as the Heat had not won there in the regular season in 6 years.
Great block! Face down block! Big hustle play!
The home team raced out to an early double-digit lead.
Jeff Green buries it.
But Miami had learned to turn the tide by delivering just one devastating blow. LeBron would rack up 37 points and 12 assists, and leading the Heat all the way back.
Wade on the dive, and we're tied.
Fittingly, this contest would not be settled until the very end. And it was to no one's surprise that LeBron would have the ball in his hand.
LeBron James and the Miami Heat have the second longest win streak in NBA history, 23 consecutive games.
Once we got to 23, we was like, man, we're only 10 games away from the record. Let's go for it.
After that escape, it was on to Cleveland, where once again the streak appeared to be in peril.
Gets inside, Junior left-hander, Alonzo G.
The Heat stumbled into a 27-point third-quarter hole.
We always believed, no matter what situation we were in, as long as there was time left on the clock, we believed that we could win.
Throughout the run, the Heat always seemed to find a way.
LeBron's got a free one. Oh, a right hand.
And once more, they simply refused to lose.
Win number 24 in a row, one of the most amazing comebacks in Heat history. Down by 27 in the third quarter, and they somehow managed to win the game.
When we came back in Cleveland, that's when I knew this was a very, very special group that really can respond to adversity.
For more than 4 decades, the Lakers' record had been considered unapproachable. But now Miami was on the precipice of doing the unthinkable.
You know, you start hearing the word history. And as a competitor and as a team, to be a part of the history books and trying to get to 34 was something that we wanted to do.
And as they closed in, their streak would become the talk of the town in every town.
James throws it down!
The streak sort of, it took on a life of its own.
Dwyane Wade on the move.
Miami 305, we're gonna celebrate.
And the Heat take another historic step.
What do you think? Want to talk Miami Heat?
You're gonna keep hearing about this streak.
The winning streak moves along.
Special team, special ride right now that we're on.
Every team is going to give us a good shot, no matter the record, no matter who's out on the floor. They're going to get their best, and we should enjoy that. We should embrace that.
Miami one step closer to the longest streak in NBA history. Yo!
Tell me a little bit about the streak and what's it been like there.
25 wins over the last 48 nights.
33 plus, no doubt. We're gonna break that record.
After upending the Magic, they stood with 27 in a row. But to extend things beyond that, there was another date with a conference rival that had been circled on Miami's calendars. March 27 at the Madhouse on Madison in Chicago.
Chicago hard, up and into them, right from the start of the game.
We need to play the game the way we play the game, man. No matter who on that jersey. It's about winning the Heat jersey. All right? Let's do it together. Get on 3. 1, 2, 3.
With the atmosphere crackling with electricity, the Bulls appeared willing to do whatever was necessary to stop the surging Heat.
Down shot, finish your defense. Everyone has to rebound.
Miami's 27-game winning streak in severe jeopardy. Luol Deng throws it up to Butler.
The emotionally charged event would be wrestled away by the Bulls in the fourth quarter.
Jump shot, Gibson got it, and that'll be ball game.
After 27 straight wins over 52 days, the run at history was suddenly over.
For the first time, I mentioned the streak in front of the guys. You know, we took that moment to acknowledge each other on that experience, and then that was it.
Of course, you would like to have broke the record, but I mean, 27 games in a row, that's great.
Sleep. Go to sleep. It's time to go to sleep.
Come on. Come on, talk to him. Up here. Hands.
The Heat closed out the schedule by winning 39 of their last 41.
Good. Close, got it.
And with the playoffs on the horizon, the Heat would refocus themselves on what really mattered.
Come on. Let's work our details.
Defending their title.
Good. Close. That ain't bad. That's a tough cover. These are not easy.
That's why we're in Miami. That's why we're here. For the playoffs. We knew we were in for 2 months of really, really difficult testing basketball.
Either we can help each other or we can hurt each other. You start working on your mental toughness right now, we have to deal with everything.
The playoffs itself is all grind, you know, physically, mentally, you know, spiritually. It takes every little last piece of energy that you put into all season to win a championship and more.
It's all about laser-like focus of connecting, okay, the sacrificing and doing it together. It's got to be just about the team.
From American Airlines Arena in Miami, it's the NBA playoffs.
The first step for the Heat in their title defense.
We want to be business-like. It's the first to win 16 games.
We were seasoning our game for what we knew would be a very tough and competitive physical postseason.
Every team will love to knock us off.
We're getting to them before they get to us.
We know it's going to be a tough test, but not a test we haven't seen before.
Together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Go.
As the top-seeded Heat were preparing for their playoff run, the Milwaukee Bucks were hoping to avoid being run over.
Sure you don't turn over the ball. It's going to be a crazy fast break dunks all night.
LeBron flying through the air.
Ferocious finish. I'll tell you what a start by Miami.
With Allen finding Anderson again. So pass sets it up for Bosch.
They win all 4 games by double digits. And the defense of the Miami Championship off to a grand start.
After an emphatic opening statement, one of the NBA's all-time greats was recognized for his excellence with a 4th Most Valuable Player award.
With team success becomes individual prizes. Nothing that I receive individually is possible without those 14 guys because of what they sacrifice each and every day. My ultimate goal, it wasn't to win MVP trophies, it was to win a championship and win multiple championships, and that's still my #1 priority.
They then found themselves squared off against the squad that had sabotaged the historic winning streak weeks earlier.
We never take the Bulls lightly. They're the hardest playing team in the NBA.
After getting tripped up in the opener, the Heat would bounce back in Game 2.
I love those looks. Trust those looks.
Miami's largest victory in postseason history.
With order restored, the Heat smothered the overmatched Bulls to take the series in 5 games.
Chalmers, great save across the Wade. Wade, layup, and got it up and in. Miami will advance to the Eastern Conference Finals.
We just look forward to the next one. We will prepare like we prepared the first 2 rounds and for whoever our next opponent is, and we'll be ready.
The conference finals featured a rematch with the Indiana Pacers, who had battled Miami in 6 hard-fought contests in last year's conference semis.
We felt all year that the Pacers were the other best team in the Eastern Conference. And we had a tough series with them the year before.
Paul George was featured more. Hibbert is an impact defensive player. We had a lot of respect for the Pacers.
But they got a banner up there. Okay, and they got a banner up there not because of their talent, because they have great determination too.
We knew heading into the Indiana series it was going to be a man's series. You had to have your hard hat on, you had to have your steel-toe boots on and be ready for work.
Both these teams come from a culture of tough physical play.
With the Heat clinging to a lead late in Game 1, the Pacers made it clear that they were not going down without a fight.
Back to George in the air for the tie. Oh! He got it! Paul George has tied the game at 92.
And we are headed to overtime.
As the extra session wound down, it was LeBron James who would get the last word.
Miami down by 1.
2.2 left. LeBron goes in. LeBron layup. He got it right at the buzzer.
And Miami with a 1-point overtime victory.
Undaunted by the outcome of Game 1, Paul George continued his climb into the ranks of the league's elite in Game 2.
George with 8 seconds to shoot. George makes his move on LeBron, blows right by him, and he tomahawks it down! Oh, Paul George blows by LeBron James. LeBron across midcourt. James a deep 3. Got it! LeBron comes right back! Oh, he gives Paul George a high five at midcourt.
While George was giving James all that he could handle from the perimeter, Roy Hibbert was dominating on the interior.
Roy Hibbert, big finish for Hibbert.
We were very physical and kind of, worn down on us and really gave us a good run for our money.
The Pacers take home court advantage away from the Heat.
Once they came and stole Game 2, and then it became even tougher. So we just had to battle it out.
The tone had been set, and it was clear that neither team was willing to concede anything.
Great block by LeBron!
We understood they weren't just going to give it to us, that every night we're going to have to fight.
Haslam to the bucket! And Miami regains control.
Every move by the Heat was countered with a measured response by the Pacers.
Rebounded by LeBron, he's rejected by West again!
Well, we found out pretty quick who's more desperate. Come on, we got to get our level of urgency up.
We are seeing much more activity by the bigger and more physical Indiana Pacers.
Hibbert able to get to it and score! The Indiana Pacers bounce back. The series is tied at 2 apiece.
One game we played great and win it going away, and then the next game we come out and we get blown out.
Dismayed by the Heat's erratic performances, their 19-year NBA veteran could no longer hold his tongue.
I felt that it was a time for me to speak up. And so I spoke, and there were some words that I used that I can't repeat on camera. I'm just trying to inspire them, but holding them accountable.
The message was taken to heart by the Heat's driving force.
Right now, LeBron James is playing with a sense of urgency and desperation.
And Miami will take a 3-2 lead.
Juwan's voice in our locker room is as big as anyone. As big as Spo, as big as mine, D-Wade, UD. He let us know how we weren't connected as a team, we weren't playing as a team, and we can't just win with talent.
Indiana beats Miami up big. And we are going to have a Game 7.
Miami would have to make the most of a last opportunity to earn a trip back to the NBA Finals.
We have a locker room full of these guys. When the lights are brightest, guys perform their best.
When their backs were to the wall, the Heat took matters into their own hands once more.
So this has been all Heat in this one.
That's why we worked hard all year, so we can have Game 7 on our home floor.
The Wade inside, layup, and in! Embrace this. Embrace it, guys. It's what you live for. Oh, beautiful move by Wade. The Miami Heat are headed to the NBA Finals as they beat the Indiana Pacers.
This league is so hard to win, and it's so hard to advance that you can't take these moments for granted.
Feels great. 3 straight years in the finals. Can't ask for anything better.
Never take this for granted going on this ride to the next round. And these next 4, it's whatever it takes.
Get together on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Together.
The San Antonio Spurs had their own big 3 of Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, and their ageless superstar Tim Duncan. The franchise was the model of consistency, winning 50 or more games in 14 straight years to go with the 4 NBA titles.
All that matters is just to play good, solid Spurs basketball.
It had been 6 years since San Antonio had last appeared in the finals, and those who overlooked them as legitimate contenders this time around had done so at their own peril.
As we're going in the East, you got one eye open watching the West, and we saw how San Antonio was just rolling.
This is how basketball should be played.
The way they dismantled Memphis, you know, that really got our attention.
San Antonio sweeps the Grizz. The Spurs are headed to the NBA Finals.
LeBron James and Tim Duncan were no strangers to one another at the finals.
The Spurs with a sweep of the Cleveland Cavaliers.
In 2007, Duncan and the Spurs swept the Cavaliers en route to their 4th championship. But he knew LeBron was destined to dominate.
This is going to be your league in a little while, but I appreciate you giving us this year.
And it begins in Miami. Game 1 of the 2013 finals, and either way, history will be made.
Well, there are so many legacies involved here in the finals. We've all seen the dynasty of San Antonio having won 4 championships, and then us coming in and having the best record in the NBA. It was like, who was going to give first?
We know it's a different name, different jersey, but it's still our opponent. It's still somebody that's in our way. You know, we're going to have the same aggression to go out there and try to win the title again.
We knew it wasn't going to be easy. We knew we were going to have to beat an extremely tough team led by some grizzled guys who have proven for years and years that they belong here.
Man, this is it. Don't wait around. Right from the gate now. Let's go, man. Let's get on 3, man. Here we go. 6, 1, 2, 3, together. 4, 5, 6.
In the opening moments of the 2013 NBA Finals, it was the Heat who seemed to find their footing first.
James back to Wade. Wade with the finish. Well, that's not a bad way to start for the Heat.
But the Spurs dispelled the notion that they were simply too old to compete.
Now to Parker. Now to Duncan. Duncan, elbow right side. Back toward Parker. High shot up and in. You could tell they played forever together. Game of many runs so far.
Pretty good job, fellas. They're shooting 53%. We're down 1. We missed a million shots.
After the initial exchange, Miami tried to create a little separation.
Wade to the basket and the finish. Beautiful move from Wade.
He looks so good being in attack mode.
And the rebound, LeBron out on the runs. Got everybody backing up. LeBron steps through everyone off the window and in. And the Heat up by 6.
To manufacture offense, the Spurs turned to their most reliable weapon.
They get it into Duncan. That's an easy layup.
Duncan has scored 8 of the last 10 for San Antonio.
Come on, energy. Let's get into it.
0.8 of a second. Duncan's going to shoot it. Steps back and puts it in as the buzzer sounds. And Tim Duncan with 12 points all in the second quarter. And that makes it a 3-point game at halftime.
You know, what you're looking at is 2 elite basketball teams going after it, okay? You got to embrace the competition. Now, secondly is next possession, okay? Whatever happens, you got to get on to the next one.
And with each possession, LeBron James became more difficult to defend.
James back
banks it in. How do you stop that?
When LeBron elevates at 6'8", nothing you can do about that.
While San Antonio continued to ride their hot hand.
Spins Haslam twice, waits, pumps, shoots off the glass and hits.
The 37-year-old was turning back the clock as the Spurs defense began to turn up their intensity.
Gets it to LeBron, but it deflects off his hands, taken away by Parker.
And the mistakes are mounting up by Miami, and it has cost them a lead.
The Heat have more turnovers than field goals here in the fourth.
Here's Dwayne on the drive to the lane. Hits it to James. LeBron tried to repost Wade, turned it over. Leonard, great defense.
In the waning moments, Tony Parker assumed control.
Parker with a spin move. Oh, what a pretty play from Tony Parker.
Parker had pushed his team ahead, but saved his best for last.
Coming down to the wire here in game one. Miller picks up Parker on the screen. Now Bosh has him. Parker on the drive. Nearly lost it. Still dribbling. Parker with 2 to shoot.
Shot clock at 1. Parker not going to get a shot off.
Just gets it off in time. And he banks it in. What a shot from Parker. And that's it. San Antonio comes into Miami and wins game 1.
In heartbreaking fashion, the Spurs had seized the home court advantage from the Heat.
Tony, take us through the unbelievable shot there in the fourth.
It was a crazy play. I thought I lost the ball like 3-4 times and didn't work out like I wanted to, but you know, at the end I was just trying to get a shot up and felt good when it left my hand, and I was happy it went in.
That was a blow. We thought we had game 1. You know, we led all the way up into the last 5 minutes of that game, and you know, we just kind of folded.
We felt like they stole that game, but we didn't let that change our mindset. We knew they took one from us, so we knew we had to take one from them.
Well, it's pretty clear. There are plays to be made, and our offensive inefficiency really going down the stretch. Most of the fourth quarter probably hurt us more than anything. So we got to gather ourselves and get ready for game 2.
Spin it real quick.
Sacrifice. Coach Spo told us that would be the key to our success. That would be the key to a repeat championship.
All our chips are in. The only thing that matters is right now, okay? Focus on the task of this practice, okay? Come on.
Spo is very intelligent. Not only that, he knows how to motivate his players, and he knows how to, communicate with his players.
Who's getting back? Come on, second defender. That'll get us beat. That'll get us beat. We got to get our minds in it, okay? Don't wait for tomorrow night to wake up.
We knew where we were weak, and as a team, as a player individually, everybody thought, what can we do to be better, and how do we need to improve on this?
Come on, Norris. Come on, Norris. Is that all you got, Norris? Is that all you got? Don't let him off the hook. Again.
We always told each individual the truth so we can be the best players and team we can be.
Good, close. Go, let's do that again. Let's do that again. They get to this at least 15 times a game. Ball's moving, bang. It's an angle pick and roll.
It's real hard to describe, but that's what makes it special. Just being a part of a group that nobody else can really see in or out of. It's just us.
Let's bring it in. Get your minds right. Protect this home court. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Come on.
Welcome to Game 2 of the NBA Finals at the AAA. Let's go Heat, yeah!
A sense of urgency gripped Miami before Game 2 and before the series shifted to San Antonio.
A lot of work to be done, a lot of work to be done. So, we're taking one step at a time, one game at a time.
It took an entire season for the Miami Heat to secure home court advantage, only one game to throw it away.
We know it's going to be a lot harder, but we want to climb that mountaintop again.
These are the games you guys are going to be just absolutely drooling for 20, 25 years from now.
They took some from us. We got to go get it back tonight. From the beginning, all right? Nothing's difficult. Everything's challenge. Through adversity. Through the last minute. Through the last second. Through the last minute. We fight. We fight. We fight. We fight. We fight. Let's go.
From the tip, the Heat appeared to be up for the challenge.
Rejected by Bosch.
Come on, more!
Holding there, now works around a screen by Splitter and throws it away.
And that's already their 4th turnover, which equals the total for game 1.
Make sure we finish. The only thing that matters right now is finish this quarter. Come on.
Duncan at the basket, blocked by James.
That was just a stellar defensive play.
Stops, boards, and pace back. Don't stop. You guys know what it takes. I don't need to be giving you this speech.
Answering the call, the Spurs unleashed a barrage from beyond the arc.
Right wing three. Danny Green has hit 3 threes.
All right.
And Miami's lead, it disappears.
Pass comes up at Ginobili, angle right 3. That's a Manu Grace. They're 6 of 8.
And another close game between these two teams. Largest lead by either team, just 5.
Play for each other this half. Play for each other. Let's finish.
Capitalizing on every opportunity, the Heat broke open a close ball game.
James will drive it inside off to the left wing. It's Allen for 3.
Wide open 3. Count it, Allen, from downtown.
Can't turn the ball over against these guys. They'll score.
Fans raise their noise. Chalmers screen by James. LeBron to the basket. Layup. Good! James on the drive.
The Heat have erupted here in the 3rd quarter.
Come on, Real.
After building their first double-digit lead of the series, Miami put on a breathtaking offensive display.
Chalmers into the lane. Push shot. Got it unfouled. And Rio to the line for another and 1.
Green gets a screen from Splitter, now finds Thiago inside, and he had it knocked away by Miller. Chalmers across the line to James.
James had the steam. Front court. Line. Lane. Layup. Good. San Antonio's got to take time out. They are getting blown out.
Take care of the little things, okay? Come on. Make sure we finish.
But it was a play on the defensive end that was the show-stopping number.
Oh, what a block from James! Throws it back at Splitter, who is ready to dunk.
Oh my goodness! What a block by James.
Yep, it's been that kind of night for the Miami Heat.
I gotta tell you, that's one of the greatest blocks I've ever seen. LeBron James beating Splitter.
LeBron James, the MVP.
All that was left was to add the exclamation point.
Stolen by James. Miller ahead. Here it goes.
LeBron gathers and dunks. 24-point lead. We're heading to San Antonio, and the best of 7 is now a best of 5.
Big time, man. Big time, boy. What a play. I just wanted to try to make some plays to try to help our team. I was the last line of defense, and you know, just being on both sides of the floor, being able to make an impact is what it's all about. Off to San Antonio for game 3. 1-1.
When the finals moved on to the Alamo City after the split in South Beach, the combatants were keenly aware of the magnitude of Game 3.
Gotta win. Gotta find a way to win. It's gonna be loud. We're gonna play well. Gotta find a way to win.
How important is this game? 35 times in NBA history, the finals have been tied at a game apiece. In 30 of those instances, the winner of Game 3 went on to become the champion.
Set the tone early. Don't expect anything. We got to make it happen, fellas. Come on. Let's do it together.
Go out there, do what we do, man. Together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Go.
Left corner, Parker gets a screen from Duncan, rides the top. Ginobili on the right wing, fakes a 3, drives it inside. 2-hand slam. Manu Ginobili as he got past Wayne Wade.
What do you say, Red?
LeBron left side, goes baseline, drives, gets in the air, pass to Wade.
Beautiful pass to Wade, cutting to the basket.
Rebound Duncan. Long lead pass to Leonard. He's only got Allen to beat. 2-hand slam. Kawhi Leonard. He beat everybody down the floor. James quickly in the front court against Green. Out front, Miller will try a long 3.
And three-pointer is good. Mike Miller, second straight finals game. He's 3 for 3 from downtown.
Gary, Tony told me to tell you, if you don't mind, don't ever leave Miller or Allen, no matter where they're at on the court, okay?
Late in the first half of this furious back-and-forth affair, the the Spurs would take advantage of a timely opportunity.
Final seconds. Neal at the buzzer. Bang!
That is a monster shot. And again, Miami Heat takes a step forward and then 3 steps backward.
The shot served as an omen of things to come.
Neal tries it again. Puts it in. Gary Neal putting on a show. Watch it. Watch it.
Neal sees it, very deep 3. Very good 3.
Gary Neal having the game of his life here in the NBA Finals. He's got 24.
Neal was not the only unlikely Spur to erupt. Danny Green found himself in the midst of a record-setting zone of his own.
Green tries a 3. Oh! Danny Green does it again! A virtuoso performance from Danny Green.
The Spurs reclamation project racked up 30 points, connecting 7 times from downtown.
Green 3 is good. It was deep. It was 3, and it's an NBA Finals record. 15 threes made by the Spurs.
It is one of those magical nights for the San Antonio Spurs, and a nightmare evening for Miami.
They played very, very well for 48 minutes, and we only played well for pockets of the game. And you can't beat a team this good playing that way.
They got everything that they wanted, and that's going to result in a loss. So we got to regroup and get ready for Game 4.
The defending world champs arrive tonight with a sense of desperation. No team has ever come back from a 3-1 finals deficit to win an NBA title.
We all in tonight. That's it.
The Heat had concerns that the lingering leg issues hampering Dwayne Wade would prevent him from a much-needed peak performance.
Things weren't going well. He wasn't feeling well physically. People counted him out. They were ready to bury him, but he would not let them close the coffin door.
I knew what was at stake. I knew I could hurt later, so I kind of put it all behind me.
It didn't take long for Wade to show that he was raring to go.
Boy, this is the most aggressive I've seen him this series.
Dwayne's a warrior. He'll play through an amazing amount of pain just to get the job done.
Dwayne Wade.
He definitely has that warrior mentality, and those are the type of things that this team is built on.
Come on, guys, let's go!
Despite the hot start by the Heat's all-time leading scorer, the Spurs remained cool.
Corkscrew to the glass and banked it up and in.
Once again, Parker in the paint. The Spurs trying to respond. Go! Get up the court! Diaw kicks it out to Parker. Parker's gonna have to put it up, flips it up, off the glass and in! Superb move from Tony Parker.
Halfway through, score tied at 49-49.
After exchanging flurries in the first half, the intensity escalated after the break.
These two teams getting after each other right now.
Parker spread floor. He'll whirl in with the right hand, rejected by Bosh.
The Heat led by 5 heading into the fourth quarter, but could not pull away.
James drives, blocked by Duncan. Physical play and the pace picking up here.
5 minutes. Get after you guys.
Fittingly, the Heat would turn to the most decorated player in franchise history to lead them in crunch time.
All right, I want you still being aggressive, okay?
More than anybody, we needed D-Wade to be the flash of 06.
Wade, gonna drive inside. Wade fouled, got it to go!
He definitely came through for us. Every single play that we needed, he made, especially in the fourth quarter.
Green, cross court to Ginobili, intercepted by Wade.
He was doing his Euro step, and he was wrapping the ball over people's heads, dunking the ball.
Around Neal, right hand jam! Oh, what a play by Wade!
I mean, he was all over the place, man, and we needed that type of game from him to even the series out.
Allen kicks it out to Wade. Wade to the basket, up and under, and banks it in. What a performance from Dwayne Wade.
Oh, Dwayne Wade looking like he just came out of Marquette. Miami has tied the series at 2-2 with a 109-93 victory here in San Antonio.
Once again, a great response from the Heat. There will be a Game 6 here in these finals as the series is guaranteed to go back to Miami.
My teammates needed a game like this from me. As a man, you judge by how you respond. They needed me to play the way that I'm capable of.
Live to play another day. You know, Game 5 is going to be a big one. We have to do it again.
Best of 3, man. We got an opportunity to take a commanding lead on Sunday, and we gotta be ready for it. So it's an opportunity that we need to cherish.
Having drawn even at 2 games apiece, Miami was now looking to take control of the series before heading home.
It gets no bigger than this. It's a swing game right here. This game right here gets you one step closer to your dreams.
Talking about being an elite championship team. You let that bring out the beast in you.
As well as we played last game, it ain't gonna be enough to win tonight. You gotta give more, dog. You gotta protect more, you gotta help more, you gotta sacrifice more in order to get this win.
Game 5, NBA Finals, at our house. I want aggression, I want physicality.
San Antonio Spurs! Number 20, Manu Ginobili!
Inserted into the Spurs starting lineup for the first time all year, Manu Ginobili wasted little time before making his presence felt.
Into the lineup, into the book. And boy, does that have to feel good for Manu Ginobili. Into the paint, Duncan, and he slams it down. I think Ginobili likes to start. The Manu Ginobili of old here in Game 5. It's Ginobili, 3 on the way. Got them all! What a start from Manu Ginobili.
The effort is great down there. We're casual here in the mine. They're scoring off all our mistakes.
After clamping down at the defensive end, the Heat would look to LeBron to lead them back from a 13-point first-quarter deficit.
Here comes James flying to the basket. Right-hand dunk.
Stay with it. Stay with it.
LeBron goes in reverse. Layup and in. What a move. All power by James. Heat on a 12-0 run. I know the NBA's game of runs, but this series has taken it to a whole new level.
I don't care how many shots you miss. I don't care how many you take. You got to be ready.
San Antonio's long-range assault would continue.
Puts it in. Danny Green does it again. Now has an NBA Finals record to break Ray Allen's mark.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
With the game slipping away, the Heat were reminded that their uncanny resolve had served them well in similar circumstances.
The whole month of March, we were down double digits. We'd storm back and win. Okay? It's one possession at a time.
James, high right side to Wade. Wade knocks it down. The Heat keep coming back. Wade out of the left corner. Got a Battier screen. Puts a shot up. Got it! And a foul call. So Miami can pull within 1.
This game is a big boy game. Physicality. Toughness with the ball. It's supposed to be hard. It's the final. All right? Give them some adversity. Knock the stuffing out of them.
The sense of purpose and conviction in the Spurs attack was overwhelming as they surged down the stretch.
And they are dismantling Miami. Ginobili jab step. Drives on James. Falling away. Knocks it down. Another circus shot for Ginobili. Manu, you want to talk about a game for the ages. He has been spectacular.
San Antonio Spurs take a 3-2 lead in the NBA Finals, back to Miami.
We've been here before, and going back home, being confident about our game, being confident about getting a win, which we are.
We tried to come up here and get 2, we couldn't do it, but we got 2 at home, so take care of Game 6, we all right.
So Game 6 in Miami.
Game 6 in Miami.
That's what it is.
We're back in Miami where the NBA Finals return for Game 6. Will the Spurs close out and win their 5th championship? Or can Miami force a decisive Game 7?
Well, what we said coming back for Game 6 was, if we start the season in training camp and we say we have 2 games at home to win the championship, would we believe it and would we take it? And we'd say, yeah, we take it every time.
Here we go, man. Go have some fun. Protect home court. Hey, when you think you gave everything that you got,
You gotta give more. You gotta give more, man. It's all about us.
We are underway from Miami.
And from the opening moments of Game 6, it was obvious that each squad was willing to play with their throttles wide open.
Parker finds Leonard running the floor and throws it down. We're on pace now for a game to be in about the 120s.
LeBron left side, Chalmers a three.
Chalmers from downtown. Real with his second of the ball game.
Attempting to swing the momentum, the Spurs made it a priority to punish the Heat by feeding the ball into Tim Duncan.
He is turning back the clock offensively here in the first half.
The three-time Finals MVP would respond with a vintage 25-point first-half performance.
Diaw, what a pass to Duncan! How about that one now?
Last 13 points right now.
What a game!
What a game by Tim Duncan.
We need to hold the fort regardless of what happens. Regardless of what happens. It's next possession. We have to be able to weather storms and get stopped.
After intermission, Miami continued to struggle with containment.
Mike Miller has only one sneaker on. Miller! Bang! Who needs two shoes? Miller doesn't. One shoe, three.
James turned away by Duncan, goes to the top wing, taken away by Kawhi Leonard, chased down by Allen.
Leonard up for the layup, got it and fouled it. Now San Antonio's pulling away. And the American Airlines Arena has gone quiet.
Stay the course, guys. We know we're going to have to grind this.
Sensing that the Heat's title hopes were teetering, LeBron James imposed his will on the contest.
We needed a big shot. We needed a block, a stop, leadership, anything. He's just been able to plug in that hole.
Slammed in by LeBron James, who had lost his headband.
You know, it doesn't. I heard that he's the best player in the world, so.
Inside to Duncan, rejected by LeBron, swatted it away.
A sensational block by LeBron James. What a play.
He's doing it all here in the fourth. LeBron fakes, up with it off the glass and in, under Duncan.
Doing it on both ends, the MVP without the headband.
Although Miami had forged ahead, San Antonio sensed that the series was still theirs for the taking.
Let's go. We got time to get this thing done. Let's go. You're open. You keep letting it fly.
Hawks at 7, lining up James.
6 to shoot. Parker pulls back. That's a three-pointer. It's good.
Huge shot by Parker. Step back three.
And the Spurs answer another mini run by Miami.
Parker driving right at the lane line. Stops, leans in, jumper. Good. Tony Parker with the basket.
An absolute stunning turnaround in the final minute and a half.
You know, with 20-plus seconds to go and us being down 5, you know, the human nature, doubt starts to creep into your mind.
You see San Antonio fans popping their jerseys, you know, jumping up and down. It's a dark moment.
So Miller to inbound. James catches, fires a three, way off. Rebound tipped, still loose, picked up by Miller. Back out to James, another three. It's good! James knocks it down!
You know, they go up and they miss a free throw, we come down, we hit a three, now we got new life.
3-point game, 19.4.
No timeouts left, so Miami needs a good three. They've got time to set it up. James catches, puts up a three. Won't go! Rebound Bosh!
I say get to that three-point line. Somehow, some way, get there.
Ray Allen a three from the corner!
Back to Allen, the long shot. Bang! Allen from downtown! Tie game!
We'll go to overtime!
Ray did what he's done his entire career. This gave us a new life. This gave us a new life, and that's all we wanted. Once we got that new life in overtime, we knew the game was ours.
Wade the drive, inside to James.
A little shot lane is good from 6 feet. Parker tries to drive on Bosh. Step back jumper is blocked by Bosh. James has the rebound. They try to tie it up, and it's a foul.
And the Heat and Spurs fighting tooth and nail.
Front court left 1.9 seconds.
They need a three. Green trying to get free. Cross-court pass to Green. Green blocked by Bosch. Game over. The Miami Heat not ready for their season to end tonight.
They showed a lot about what this team was about and what this team was about all year. We're a resilient team, and we fight to the very end.
We fight. We fight.
Fight to the end, man. We fight. To the end, man.
To the last second.
To the last second.
To the last man.
To the last man.
We fight.
We've been resilient all year. You know, we've been down in situations, we've come back and we won games. You know, when you win championships, it involves a little luck, and that right there was luck shining on our side.
We were a few seconds away from winning the championship, and we let it go.
Well, it's by far the best game I've ever been a part of. Something you would never be able to recreate once you're done playing a game, and I'm blessed to be a part of something like this. We got a Game 7 on our floor to win the NBA championship. The best team will be crowned Thursday night.
They're the best two words in team sports. Game 7.
Well, we live to fight another day. We got one game left.
So much excitement around tonight, so not much sleep. A lot of thoughts going through the mind. So I'm here to win championships. Got a great opportunity tonight.
For all the marbles, it's everything tonight.
This was what I saw in the summer. The reason I wanted to be here.
One game on our home floor to bring home another championship, man. This is everything that we worked for all season long. All the sacrifices we've made to each other, dog. Every single day, dog. Every single minute. They say hard work pay off, man. So let's make that statement become true, all right?
And here we go, Game 7 of the finals.
The instant classic that was Game 6 sent expectations of this winner-take-all showdown through the roof. And it didn't take very long for the desperation displayed by both teams to eclipse all of the hype.
Duncan comes up with a steal here. Duncan, you rarely see this on a fast break, and finishes down the other end.
All right, most important thing right now, until we get our rhythm, everybody just make the easy play.
After a burst of nervous energy, the game would settle down. As the conflict would begin to evolve, the stars would come out to shine.
Puts a shot up, spun it in, and a foul!
Not very many people in this league could have done that.
Ginobili, Euro step to the left, reverse layup, good!
There's vintage Manu Ginobili.
Stay with it! Stay with it! Come on!
Wade inside on Green, turnaround, push shot, got it to go.
A spry Dwayne Wade played with a renewed hop in his step.
Wade sizing up Leonard, fakes right, comes left, wing jumper.
It's good! Dwayne Wade with 14 points.
They're used to playing in this building at this time of year, okay? They're not, okay? So defensive effort, that just has to continue to wear on. You don't know when it'll break. You don't know when.
The strategy to force James to perform on the perimeter had served the Spurs well until the reigning MVP began to rain jump shots.
LeBron James, fourth three-pointer.
LeBron, same spot he hit the last three, takes another.
LeBron James making the Spurs pay. James fired up right now.
Be here all night long, all right? Each possession, make it a good one with aggressiveness and playing with each other. It's when we're at our best.
San Antonio would respond to Miami at every turn.
Oh, count it, out of foul.
Weathered that little heat storm.
Back the other way, Neal. Spurs can take the lead.
Into Duncan, easy layup. San Antonio leads. But neither team can take control. They both look a little fatigued at times.
Power through it. Come on. You got to dig deeper right now. And trust each other right now. Everybody's a playmaker. Everybody is.
The circumstances demanded all hands on deck, and the call was answered.
Battier launching a three. Got another one! It is 5 threes for Battier!
Down the floor, LeBron step through. To Battier for three. Got it! Battier from downtown! Guys, it's the last game of the year. The last two teams standing. lay everything out there. They got talent. We got to beat them with all of us.
These two teams with championship pedigrees had gone toe-to-toe for the entire series. It was apparent that it would be a fight to the finish.
Hearts are racing, heads are pounding, palms are sweating.
We're finishing this game with a score and stops, okay? Come on.
Inside Duncan, across the lane. Duncan misses the tip, no good, and blocks the rebound.
Unbelievable emotion here as we wind down.
And the lasting image of this spectacular series was the final blow delivered by the incomparable LeBron James.
LeBron is Mr. Do Whatever It Takes. And his knack now for making big plays and big shots in big games, can't nobody say nothing about it.
Got it, LeBron!
He scores 37 points. He grabs 12 rebounds. He dishes out 7 assists. He guards Tony Parker. He is today's greatest player.
The Miami Heat have won the 2013 NBA title.
It never gets old having a parade for the third time down Biscayne Boulevard.
What a wonderful display of sportsmanship and class from Greg Popovich and the San Antonio Spurs. LeBron James earns his second ring as the Heat repeat and secure their third championship in franchise history.
It's truly my privilege to introduce a man who for the 30th and final time to crown yet again an NBA champion. Commissioner Stern, Your Honor.
Thank you, Miami Heat and San Antonio Spurs, but there can only be one winner of tonight's game, one winner of the NBA Finals, and one 2013 NBA champion, the back-to-back Miami Heat.
There's nothing like it in any other area of life where you can feel that immediate sense of exhilaration. And to be sitting here now with 3 championships, something that only 5 other teams in the NBA have achieved, is just a fantastic feeling.
We will do what it takes to win. And it begins with Mickey Arison and Pat Riley and Nick Arison. They start with a foundation of this is what we're going to do and this is how we're going to do it.
The 2013 Bill Russell NBA Finals Most Valuable Player for the second straight finals, LeBron James.
I know it. I do it. Man, champagne was cold, burned, but it's just a sweet feeling. Back in that position again, it was like deja vu.
2 in a row. 2 in a row, man. That was hard. That was hard right there.
Everybody was just hugging, telling everybody we love them, man. And, you know, that's what it's about.
Back to back! Back to back! Back to back, fellas! Back to back! Let's go!
It was the overcome of all the challenges that we had, all the hard work that we put into it, all the sacrifices, all the blood, sweat, and tears throughout the whole season, man. And this is the way you want to be rewarded, you know, with the championship.
That's what it's all about right here. That's what it's all about.
We just try to go out there every night, give our fans what they deserve, and that's a team that works together, works hard, and enjoy playing the game.
Oh man, this game, I love it, man.
For us, you know, it's about doing what we came together to do, and that is to win championships, and we've been able to do that. And now we're a part of history.
We had to give everything we had, and we did it. I ain't got nothing left.
Just having an opportunity to coach this team, this group of guys, it's incredibly special. Players that were willing to sacrifice minutes, shots, style of play to be a part of this. That's the part I treasure the most.
Toughest thing we had to do together, guys, right there.
Whatever it takes, whether it's the word trust, whether it's the word sacrifice, those words are put in the big box of what it is to be part of a team. And then in the very end, what comes out is this thing right here. You see, this is it. That's what their sacrifice got them, and that's why they will believe that sacrifice really works.
What time? Nothing's difficult. Everything's a challenge. Do adversity. To the last minute. To the last second. To the last man. We fight. We fight. We fight. We fight. We fight.
You just got to enjoy these moments because they don't come around every day. This don't happen every summer. So for us to be able to do this 2 times back to back, it's just an unbelievable and humbling experience.
Took 9 months of incredible sacrifice to have a culmination like Game 7 in front of all you here. It's incredible.
As much as people are talking about the shot I hit, the biggest shot, probably the most exciting shot, the 3 that was hit in that game was Mike Miller when he lost his shoe. I mean, that shot, that was amazing. For him to hit that shot, that was incredible.
LeBron, I have a little something for you. First of all, there you go. That's it. Now, I think there's a few more.
How do you like your 3-time world champion Miami Heat now?